What up, guys? Raze here with you again. And we have a YouTuber by the name of Ghost Bags who joined the show yesterday to talk about his engagement to a Sosua girl he met out there months ago. Let's take a listen to him explaining him finding his future wife out there inside Sosua. Is Ghost the first passport bro to marry a John from the Sioux? I have no idea.
No,
Matter of fact.
no, no. It
Well,
was dude. It was dude. It's dudes way before him that married chicks out of it. But this is back when, even though we know what it is, but this is back when it was better quality chicks in the store.
I'm like Dominican Republic. I went there a couple times, and I got engaged in Sosua. So
engaged? All right.
yeah,
So,
I got it
right.
definitely at the waterfront. And I had a couple of people asking questions and everything like that, and from the guy looking at the girl. But then, but what we want to steer away from is just pure ignorance. You know what I mean? Like wherever you go, if you going to play, if you going down there, to have a little action or do whatever you want to do, still be mindful. I know it's a savage in all of us. I know it's dogs in all of us. If you really A-type personality, but you know what I'm saying, have some decorum when you go in these places, because whatever you do leaves with you, and it stays over there, and it goes. You know what I'm saying? It goes, and they talk to each other.
Your channel was about telling people not to stereotype and not to, prejudge and just, follow the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
You're here to say, look, Dominican Republic, Sosua specifically, you engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Not every female out there is bad for you. You know what I mean? You can have a relationship in Sosua. You can get engaged. Now, you just engaged. You're not married though yet.
No, I'm not married yet.
Okay, you're not married.
Did you meet her in the store?
Yeah, I met her in Sosua.
Boy.
And
why you say that, Big Games? Why you say?
Let him finish talking, then I'll go into it.
The thing that brought me more to her is because when I first met her, right? You know Tiki Wiki?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we know it now.
Yeah. So Tiki Wiki is a lot of people call it the headquarters. You know what I'm saying? The office. So, I sat down there. We had a conversation. Now it was just fly by night, because it was like I was just collecting, talking and passing by, because I'm already knowing how they coming and how they going. It was a random day. I was at my hotel, and she rode by on a motorcycle. She came and she, hit the Yui. And we started talking. She was like, what brings you to Sosua? I was like, well, I for damn sure ain't looking for love. I ain't down here for no none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just I graduated tech. I'm having fun. I'm trying to catch these beach vibes and live it up.
Okay.
And she was like, okay, this, that, whatever. And it was like, chords and stuff like that. And then we just went from there. And then as I grew to know her through conversations and her intellect, it was like, okay, and I realized the history, because when I first came down there, it was like everybody was telling me, oh yeah, just just bag them all up in one bag. They all the same, just rock out like this. And you pick, like, for the people that has not traveled yet, you already go to these places with perceived notions of who you're going to meet.
Once you start dealing with women overseas, you don't know what type of dynamic you're dealing with. I'll give you an example. In Sosua, I think you said 85% of the women, I don't know who said this, somebody said this, 85% is pay for play. So what makes you think if it's 85% in Sosua, that means only 15% of the women are not pay for play, the ones you come in contact with? So there's a trauma attached to women that work pay for play. They might be attractive. They might be a lot more feminine than American women, but dude, they've been touched by 50, 100 men. Does that not cause enough trauma? It's different for a man that sleeps with a lot of women. It's a different dynamic. But when a woman is, sleeping with all these men, there's a trauma attached to it. There has to be some type of healing. Otherwise, what you do is you start to hook up with this woman. She's attractive. She's hot. She's good looking, and then she talks to you very soft and shit. Maybe she'll cook you a meal, but then there's something behind all that. I'm telling you, from people I've dealt with that have dated these women that have that history, and they think they're going to take I don't want to use the phrase on YouTube, because you can't take a woman of the street and make her a wife, right? So really, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I'm not saying that it's not possible, but do you know anybody that has and was successful with it?
By your definition, I think a lot of men wouldn't be married.
It's not that they won't be.
Hold on. I allowed you to speak. Let me go
Sure.
ahead. So the metrics and the analytics with that is global, and it's not just one location. By the way, if the guys that don't know or that travel, there's a lot of girls that travel from different locations. Sue just has the tag name associated with it. So don't just stop at one location and say, well, this is just the hot spot, you know what I'm saying, of the playground in itself. Like, no, like, and that goes back to any other country. The whole premise of it is, when you say, like, you can't turn one thing to the other, of course, especially if the mindset is associated with that, and what you allure to is cognitive dissonance.
But so I'm on your page, Ghost Bags. I see the proposal. You had the proposal video on your channel. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop that link, guys, and subscribe to Ghost Bags channel. Oh, hold on, guys. Let me get to Roller Tape comments. Shout out to Roller Tape, the icon. Now, you know anything about Scooter Girl? They said Scooter Girl.
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, so I just asked them Roller Tape. I'm looking at the video of the proposal right now. I'm going to drop the link of the proposal. You guys can go over there before I break out of here. So what do y'all guys think about Ghost Bag getting engaged to the Sosua girl? Leave your comments below. Check out Ghost Bag's channel. Please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, of course. I'm out.